Welcome, everybody. Welcome to Gotham After Dark, Thrones of the Underworld. We have a full complement today. We have Audible, The Architect, Access, Mystic Knight, Toreador, Ithera, and Crosshair 2.0. All right. So let's do a quick recap. I want to make sure that the audio is working on the stream so that I don't have to fuck
Who
with
just went
that.
boop 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 boop?
Yeah, I don't know who did that, but
Yeah, the grand prize is I don't know what the prize is.
okay. So
They tell me I'm coming at least second or third.
wonderful. So when last we left, we had a couple of tense situations, some investigations, and some follow-ups. Make sure I get my notes here. Had a couple of pairings. Some folks weren't with us from the last game. That would be Audible and Crosshair, and I hope you were filled in at some point as to where you guys were. But, oh, and by the way, May the 4th be with everyone.
Oh yeah, they got a big celebration down here by Epcot Center. Freaking drinks around the world is having a party until 1 a.m. because it's Cinco de Mayo weekend also.
Okay. As far as the pairings, I have Audible and Toreador. And I don't think anybody else is paired up. So
Me and
Access.
you and Access, okay. That's right. Mystic Knight. Okay. Crosshair is... Leaves Ithera and Architect. All right. Who would like to go first? I'll leave it up to you guys to decide who starts.
I'll go first.
I nominate James.
All right, I think Crosshair was nominated and seconded. So Crosshair, after the dinner, your uncle excused himself, had some business to attend to, gave you a weird look. One of those, like, I'll see you around, kid. Sure you feeling all right?
Feels great.
All right. Maybe we'll talk some business later. I got a big project coming up. Might need some your expertise. This way, Pop can see us mending fences. No disrespect. You're still at the table while the help is cleaning up and Grandma's going in between, not barking orders, but working with the staff. And Grandpa's drinking his Italian wine and listening.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, yeah, that's a good idea. You two, you need to work together, huh? Mend what do you come si dice? Mending the fences.
Sure.
He's
I'll pour
like,
him the glass.
Octavio, come here. So one of the guys at the far end comes over and he whispers something to his ear. He's like, you take care of that, huh? Good. Octavio's gonna take care of something for me. We bring up another man. Oh, hey, listen, what happened with the troublemaker that make all the noise? The one with the suit, the blue suit. I don't know. I don't remember his name. The black guy. He makes all that noise.
Oh, he's still here.
He clean up his mess, huh?
I don't know. I don't think he did.
Yeah, you. He's a you. He's a. Remind me of Crosshair's actual name.
Oh, Giovanna. Gio Giovanna Francesca.
So Giovanna, you are making sure he pays his bills, okay?
I definitely will.
Good. I'm gonna go hit. I'm gonna go to the bathroom. Everybody, you clean up your mess and go back to work, huh?
I will. So when he gets up, I stand up.
Sal's already halfway out the room. He's like, "Yeah, Pop, we'll take care of it. Don't worry about nothing." And he snaps his finger to the help. He's just like, "Hurry it up, huh?" It's like, and gets on the elevator and rides down. You can see at that moment he's just like, he put an earpiece in his ear. He's like, "Yeah, have a seat." He's like, as the doors close.
Have a seat to who?
He's whoever's he's talking to on the earpiece. Okay, so what next for Crosshair?
I'm going to um take the receipt to Audible's door and knock on his door.
All right. All right, so you're doing that. We're gonna come back to Ethera. Now, Ethera, refresh. Where was Ethera?
I'm trying to get into
She
my
was
files.
escaping, and had escaped. In fact, on the train. Got off the train.
Mm-hmm. And went to
And-
the hotel.
All right. Okay. For expediency's sake, you arrived at the hotel, crossed the
Yep.
threshold into the lobby. You can. Nothing seems out of the ordinary. But so, what is your next move?
Like I said, I had maintained my disguise until I reached my door
Mhm.
and went in. And once I was inside, then I dropped the disguise, which concludes the use of that
That's
Cypher.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Then what?
I am going to go over the files. So I basically say to the. Come on, stop it. Give me a second.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to say to the phone because I'm trying to find the name.
Rita.
Rita. Hey, hello, Rita. Can you bring up the files of Helios that Vanessa supplied me with?
Okay. It's like, is there anything specific that you're looking for?
I'm
As
curious.
the folders pop up.
I'm curious about that one with the bird mask.
Bird mask. Wait, who are we talking about? Oh, got you. Okay, so with that pops up. Bird mask. I'm like, it took me a second. I'm getting old. So there is you find the file. There, he is definitely a metahuman. He is not directly associated with Helios. He's associated with which government was it? The Netherlands. Okay, so he's with the Netherlands secrets with Netherlands version of their superhero task force. Prone to blowing up buildings with his mind and having massive tantrums. Likes to cry in
Wow.
and he's listed as an extremely powerful psychic. And there's a lot of caveats as far as like some of the known abilities that he has and speculated abilities.
All right.
One of them
Interesting.
being psychometry, which I'm saying Rita in the female sense, which she lists off as she gives you the clinical definition of psychometry.
Okay. So I
So
read up
here's
on
an
him.
interesting factoid. As a psychic with psychometry, and I'm going to give you a second
Luke. Oh.
here. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, hello?
Yeah. Just give me a second. I want to
Oh, okay.
pull something up here that I put together. Okay, tell me if you can hear this.
I'm not hearing anything.
Give me a sec here.
Same here. I'm on my phone, so I don't hear anything.
Perfect. Here is a perfect.
No, that's not what I want.
Yeah, perfect.
Mm-hmm. That's all I heard. Perfect.
Perfect. Here is a stylized in character.
Nope, that's not what I want.
So how do recovery rolls work again? When do they
You declare
scale
them.
back?
You possess the
'Cause I
capacity to extract residual psych.
No, that's not it. Damn it. All right, here we go.
because I already did the one action one a while back. So now I'm up to the 10-minute one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay, here we go.
And I gotta add
By
the
making
XP.
physical contact, your neurosensory field synchronizes with these echoes. The stronger the emotional resonance, the clearer the signal. You may perceive visual fragments, emotional residues, or entire sensory overlays derived from prior interactions. Caution: interpretations are subjective. Data corruption may occur. Echoes do not lie, but memory often does. You are now, as the ancients termed it, a reader of ghosts etched in glass, paper, steel, and bone.
Mm. That is interesting. And I'm thinking back if I had left anything behind, and I don't think I did because I didn't use any weapons. Yeah, no. I still have all my clothing. Okay. Alright, what about this one? I look more into the other one. The one dressed in all black. What was his name again? Rita, what was the name of the one with the government ties? Dressed in all black. The shadowy one.
You gonna try to make me remember your own character name? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm fucking with you. Yeah. Ah, there it is. Knocked him.
Yes.
Rita, is there anything more you can find out about this man?
Let's see. So she pulls up his government file. She pulls up his military record. She pulls up some of the experiments that he was working with the government on, and one that he had proposed, which she speculates is active, which is the suit, which is the harness, based on, and she pulls up clips, the few clips that there are of Noctum in action, and how she speculates that Noctum had actually created a functioning prototype that he is now currently using.
So he is an intelligent man.
Extraordinarily dangerous, considering that he works for a superhero organization.
He will be a hard one to find. I suspect he's instrumental in the groundwork of the organization itself, maybe many of his experiments. And what
That
about
is
this
a
one,
that
the leader?
that is an apt that is a very apt speculation on your part.
And what about this one? I look at Emerald.
Mm-hmm. Okay, and she pulls up Emerald's profile. It's not. She has no military background. She's the daughter of two billionaires. So she has a rather large toy chest to play with. Has been utilizing her immense wealth to create several foundations. She's been very philanthropic. Discovered her abilities at a young age. Utilized them to go into the superhero work. It was speculated that it was a passing fad or a hobby, but she quickly transitioned into creating Helios as an organization dedicated to justice.
Interesting. All right, I move over to the other one in the stylized uniform with the swords. Crimson Sage is his
So
name.
his information is not readily available. She suspects that it has been intentionally scrubbed. He has a basic military file on him, but beyond that, his family has been speculated to be involved in quite a number of government projects and contracts. She lists off a couple of shell corporations that she was able to ascertain, but there is a heavy encryption on any personal data from any of her family, even down to extended. There is also several firewalls that, if she probes any further, would enact countermeasures that she's not certain that she can countermand at this point in time. So she does not recommend moving any further.
Perfectly understandable. Where does this military record come from?
Correct me if I'm wrong, but he's U.S. Army.
And I look at James. What was her name again?
Artemis.
Artemis.
Pulls up Artemis's file. She's a Greek national on loan to the U.S. government on a special H-1B visa. She has a license to carry, and she is licensed to kill in several European countries, except for Great Britain.
Is that she familiar to me,
She is,
considering her background?
absolutely.
Okay.
She is a super spy, and it lists several of her augmentations.
All right. I looked through that. I'm just getting familiar with what everybody's capable of from this Helios group. Considering I might encounter them, any number of them again. Shit, who was left? Artemis, Noctum, Crimson Sage, Emerald. I'm missing somebody, aren't I? Was that everybody?
You are missing somebody.
Of course. What's his name? Birdman, Plague Mask.
No, you got his information.
Yeah.
Birdman. Yes, that's his superhero name.
Birdman!
Hey, it beats syrup.
So the other person is Twitch. It's not. It doesn't take. It takes Rita just a little bit of time to find his traces. However, Twitch does not have any file whatsoever that wasn't doctored. His entire profile is fake, suggesting he's either an illegal alien or he is a spy from another country.
Interesting.
But he is highly technically proficient, and it gives a basic overview of the vehicle that he was filmed driving, and she, she does the wireframe overlay of what she believes based on reports what it's capable of. VTOL flight, high speeds, it has a ram prow. There's a lot, and it can dispatch drones.
This is a eclectic group of individuals that she has put together. She did not do this on her own. I dig a bit more into Emerald's background. Okay, I got the rich family part. What are her connections? Family, friends?
She has several. A lot of them are through her parents. She has known associations with the local government, and some of the connections that her family have fall into the same firewall situation that Crimson Sage's family does, which suggests that they are of the 0.1%.
Rita, can you get me any information about properties owned?
Certainly. And she walks through that.
At this point, I will reach out to Crimson Sage via text message, encrypted.
You mean Mystic Knight?
Excuse me, Mystic Knight. Yeah. Mystic Knight.
Okay.
Mystic Knight, I have some information that might be of interest to you. It's via text.
Okay. What are you sharing in that outside of that?
I'm waiting for him to respond first, obviously.
That's what I'm saying. You're not giving him anything other than you have information?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right, so we'll come to that. I'm going to move on to Mystic Knight and Access. So Audible and Toreador, you're going to be last. Audible, you're familiar with your situation. Did Toreador fill you in?
He basically said that we're surrounded by gunmen.
I guess that's filling you in. Okay, so
And that we've been summoned. We've been
Alright.
summoned by we were in an elevator. We were with Shalita.
we're past that.
Oh,
Yeah, we'll come to it. Okay, so for Mystic Knight and
I didn't get a chance
Access.
to view the video. I was doing something else.
Okay.
Okay, so I had a roll.
You were refresh our memories.
So Adolfo did the.
Adolfo, Mystic Knight.
I mean, Mystic Knight. Mystic Knight did the successful hacking, and I'm doing the backup so they can't trace us.
To who?
And we will both helping each other out with the rolls.
To who are you hacking?
I was doing the passive web in order to make sure that nobody's got eyes on us, and I can then get into the Helios database to find the locations that Ethereal was asking for. And as I'm doing that, Access is providing backup to counter hack anybody attempting to hack us should we trip off anything. And mine was an automatic success.
Mine is a 7.
And I sent you the what I believe would be the steps that he would take off from his difficulty. It should be in the text inside the chat.
Yeah, which was a 7. Am I correct?
You sent it to in the chat here or in?
Yeah, I don't know if you got a chance to see it
in Discord.
And no, not in Discord. In this.
In the Zoom chat or in the Roll20 chat?
No, in this, in the Zoom. But I think you didn't get a chance to see it.
All right, can we just use one chat? I can't keep going back and I don't want to keep going back and forth. So put it in send me a wish.
Hey, you know what I suggest? I suggest Discord because that's supposed to be the public facing.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's send it through Discord, please.
Okay. So give me a second.
Yeah, just copy paste it.
No, I can't copy paste. It's gone. I'm just going to give you the total what it was.
If I'm correct, it was a 7. Am I correct?
Mm-mm.
Well, if you put it in the Zoom chat, you should be able to copy and paste it, no?
No, I didn't put it now. It was last game. I just sent it on the Mystic Knight 101 in Discord. That's how many steps he can drop it.
That's a lot of steps.
That's what I forgot.
Mm-hmm.
And that's not with any point expenditures. Is that what you're saying?
No, that is with point expenditures. That would be a total of 5.
Okay. 5 from your intelligence. Any activation costs for any of the abilities?
Yes, 2 points, so 7 total.
Okay.
Beat Tristan.
So, Adolfo, is that 7 coming out of me or out of you or out of both
Your
of us?
pool.
Out of my
No,
pool.
that's
Okay.
coming out of the pool, but it allows you to drop that many steps for the difficulty.
Okay, so after this, I'm gonna do a rest.
What's the what's your pool's what do you call
Hold on,
it?
I'll tell you right now.
Access.
Hold on. Let me go to the character sheet.
Oh, and the reason it's that many is because
Intelligence is 16, speed is 10, and might is 10.
I provide him with 2 steps on top of that too, as an asset.
Okay. Intellect is 16, say
16, 10, 10,
10.
10. Yeah, 16,
Okay,
10, 10.
So are those your pools though?
Yeah, I mean, hold on. Adolfo, those would be my pools. Am I correct?
No, look at your character sheet.
Yeah,
'Cause
yeah,
they
those
may
are my
not,
pools.
they may not be your pools.
Yeah, yes, it is. Yeah, I see it right here. Edge 1, pool 10, I got when it comes down to intelligence, I have an edge of a 1, and then it's pool 10, edge 0, which would be for effort and for tier. Is I have no effort in those. The only one I have an effort is in intelligence.
All right. Give me a second here. There we go. Okay. So I'm gonna use a GM intrusion on this. So you have to accept, decline, and this is for this is going to be for you, Mystic Knight.
No, I'm going to spend the XP.
Okay. Make sure to keep track of that. Okay. So as you're going through, you guys are working through your algorithms. You're working
on my lunch break.
I don't know who that is. So as you're going through setting up your algorithms, working through the maze of data that you're tapping through, there was a slight surge that you noticed. You know, you can see a power like a surge coming across your screen, but you were able to navigate around that. That was your XP expenditure. The goal of this was to find Helios information. What you did come to was a heavily firewalled Helios Hydra. So that Hydra right now is looping a lot of your work, and it's pushing it back. So it's not necessarily it's not infecting your system, but at a certain point it will. Now, what strikes you is that there is a fucking Hydra that's sitting there waiting for someone to trip it. And you just did. You both notice it, you both see it, you both understand potentially what could happen to your systems if it penetrates into the feedback loop eventually catches up to your ability to manage it, to navigate through it.
So Lou, so this Hydra, what is it, like actually Hydra?
No,
just
not like
in the computer world?
So somebody explain it, please. Because I wasn't the one that created it.
Okay, a Hydra is basically a multi-headed virus.
Oh, okay.
Designed to attack. This in this particular case, it's designed to attack whatever comes in with a barrage of attacks from multiple directions.
Okay.
So it's not as simple as, oh, it's just this one thing and I'll disable that. It's like, I disable this, oh shit, there's more. And
yeah, so it's it's literally in that sense, as a Hydra has multiple heads attacking you from multiple places.
Correct.
Exactly.
Okay.
So first thing, both realize and turn over towards access. We need to identify where this Hydra is coming from. I don't think this is Helios. We need to find out its programming code. 1, 2, let's see if we can work together in order to redirect the Hydra to eat itself, loop itself. That way we can break through into whatever the information is that we're looking for.
Okay, so with my knowledge, Lou, have I seen these Hydras before? Like
conceptually, and yeah, I mean, these are not super experimental. But they can be complex. Now, whoever created this, whatever entity created this, it could have been created by an AI. It could have been created by some genius level programmer or hacker themselves. You won't know the origins unless you break the system. And unfortunately, right now you're at a point where you're in a version of a cyber combat.
I think with your abilities and my magic combined, we can get through this. Your call.
This gets progressively more difficult the more time you take.
You know what we should do? Because right now we out in the open inside of a car. We should go somewhere where we're relatively safe, and then continue doing this. We already know what's there, and we already know how to get to it.
Being in the car is the least of our concerns since the driving itself. So
but remember, we still are out in the open, in the sense that we're in a car. So if they,
but if we backtrack now, it already knows that we tried to penetrate, so it's going to be ready for us the next time around.
Wait, does it, Lou? Does it know that we're already going in it?
I can't tell you that. You could only speculate.
Well, I don't think it knows, because if it would have known, they already would have started attacking us.
No, it's looping everything around me.
It's essentially attacking.
Okay. But that's what he's doing by the looping.
Yeah.
Okay, remember, I'm playing a hacker, but I'm not a hacker in real life.
None of us are.
I clean toilets for a living.
Right.
Now we talk about toilets. I could tell you a few things.
Toilet hacking?
Yeah, toilet hacking. Okay, so the whole point is this: if we do it together, we're gonna have a better chance. But this is gonna turn. Fuck it. I mean, what else do we gotta lose? My computer's encrypted, so, and as soon as something goes in, it's gonna shut down.
Meanwhile, Steve and I are busy having fun with everything that's going on.
So I mean, yeah, we could definitely do it if you want to.
Okay, so we'll do it.
But now, wait, hold on. This is player to player. If I do this again, because remember, I already wasted 7 XP. I only have
7 from your pool, so you have 9 left.
I only have 9 left. So
but we're going to be working together on this, so you're not going to be expending as much. The most you might need to expend is the activation cost, which will be 2. Because remember, we're both going to be doing the hacking. We're both going to be assets to one another. Your abilities and my abilities, plus my artifact. So if you're going to spend anything more towards the activity, that would be the only thing. But I don't think we're going to need it, because I could spend it for our stead, which would be 3 for me, 4 with the activation.
Hey, fuck it, we already stuck our feet this deep. Might as well go in.
That would be 4, 6, 7. We could drop it together 14 steps with my expenditure of intelligence points to drop it 3 more.
This is another thing too. Remember, this is a multi-headed virus, so we got to make sure that we don't overexpend ourselves also too.
Yeah, what I'm going to be doing is in actuality, I'm going to do a stunt with the enthralling spell. Do it through the programming so I can enthrall the heads to invert on each other. While we
fuck it. Let's go, man. Fuck it. Let's go. Let's do it. Okay, so now back to
the position of the code itself. That should ease it 1 step as well.
Okay, so let's that's fine. So let's do it. Okay, we just roll up neon characters. This is Lewis's game. So
fuck it, you know. We're doing here.
Okay.
So yeah.
All right. So walk me through your points and how you came to the 14.
So my point is.
So I'm backing him up. I'm sorry. He'll do all the explanation.
Is 4. That's 3 steps down.
Wait. Start again.
My point expenditure is 4 for 3 steps down. Because it's 3. No.
No.
It's 3, 2, 2. That's 7 minus 2. It's 5. Sorry.
Okay.
5 points. Then my enthralling spell is 1. That's 6 points total that I use. Right. I'm going to spend another intelligence point, 7 total, so that way I can encompass the.
Hold on a second. So I got the 5 intellect for 3 to drop it by 3.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then the 1 point for the enthralling spell that I'm going to stun, and another point to do the stun. Another intelligence point.
So the activation cost is not what lowers it.
No.
I'm
Not
curious.
lowering it. I'm giving you my point expenditure
Okay.
first
So for your intellect.
for my intellect. Yeah. So it's a total of 7. And any other point that you're going to add on for the stun if you do.
Okay.
Okay. Then my hacking ability lowers it another 2.
You're proficient in hacking items.
I'm specialized in hacking.
Okay. So that's 2.
Then it's going to be another 1 for the intellect based power.
Power shift.
Yeah. My magic power shift, which is enthrall. That's another 1. So that's 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. Damn it, I don't have my character up. Because I'm having difficulty bringing up the Mystic Knight sheet, so my apologies on that.
Lewis should have it.
So that's 7. Danny being an asset brings it down another 2. That's 9.
Why would it bring it down 2? I thought it was just 1.
Access.
Yeah,
Character
access.
names only.
No, well, that would be determined upon you because he does have the skill set to be an asset of 2. But if you limit 1, that's fine. I'll just make it 8 because we're going to be doing each other's assets anyway.
Okay.
All right, so that's 8 or 9. So I'll know. Is it going to be 1 or 2?
Hold on. We'll go with 8.
Okay. And I know that I have another ability to bring it down another 1, but I just can't get access to my damn character sheet right now. Now with Danny also has the intelligence power shift. That's 1. He has the ability to basically manipulate code, talk to the machines. That's 2. He has hacking. That's specialized. That's 4. I'm an asset to him. That's 5. I think he has another ability because I don't have it.
You don't stack them. You just use the 1.
Oh, okay. I don't have his character in front of me.
So this is what I have. I have hacker, machine interface. I have erase memory.
That's 4.
Data deck.
That's 5.
Data jack. Machine infinity.
Affinity. That's 6.
And then I have and then I also have intelligence.
Power shift. 7.
Yeah, I have intelligence and power.
And the power shift.
Yes.
So that's 8. So total of 16 steps that we could drop with the stun.
Okay. Let's see.
The intent now is, with his abilities in mind, combine them together so we can actually manipulate the Hydra to go in itself and destroy itself. So regardless of whatever heck it's got, they're all going to turn on itself simultaneously. Oh, my artifact. That's right. That adds another 1 or 2. And I got to roll for it too.
Okay, so go ahead and make a 20-sided roll, please.
Who has to
I
roll,
would
me or
but I
me or
can't
Mystic Knight?
Access.
just do it access because I don't have access to the roll 20 right
So
now.
I'm rolling for you, right?
You're rolling for both
The
of
roll
you.
plus.
Okay.
Oh, you're
I'm
doing
going-
the actual roll, the actual 20 side, bro?
Yeah. So I'm going by the light color, Lewis. You're gonna see the ones that I'm talking about.
Can you just put your hand out with the dice and point to it? Since
This
you're
one right here.
insisting on doing
This
it.
one. See, it's two different ones.
All
This
right.
is the one. You
All
see
right.
it? You see it? You see it? 16.
Why would you roll off camera? I can't even
Look
see
at right here, right here. Look.
Okay.
16.
Okay. So it has temporarily the desired effect. You're in the Helios system. You can see their core system, and as it pops up, you have you only have a small window of time.
Very well. So do that. Grab up a copy of the virus, isolate it, while we download whatever data we can in the window we created ourselves.
Okay.
And we're
What
both
info
doing.
are you looking for specifically, or are you just doing a data dump?
Nah, let's just do it. Let's just do a data dump. Let's just take everything.
Yeah. The data dump would be the quickest thing, and it would capture the most data that we can.
Okay.
Instead of looking for something specific and wasting time. So we're just grabbing everything that we can.
And also, I'm gonna make sure that you get the encryption of the Hydra.
Of the virus, yeah, I know.
Yeah.
We're both doing that in tandem. So
Okay.
we're coordinating. Being that we've worked it together, we're coordinating simultaneously the same actions to be redundant, so it could expand our time a little bit more, and we can isolate not only the virus, not take it with us, but replicate it and isolate it at the same time that we're doing the data dump, right?
Okay.
Up until the very last microsecond, and then disengage.
Okay. So
All right.
I'm doing what Adolfo said. I mean, Mystic Knight said.
All right. Okay. So I'm going to move on to the architect, who I don't see.
So Mystic Knight, if I would have rolled the 18, we would have had like a minor stunt, right?
Yeah, we would have had a minor effect on
You.
it too.
So the architect.
Concreto.
Oh well, that was a pretty good roll, right? Oh, that's what I'm telling you, baby. These dice are hot. These dice are hot, pops.
Yo, fuck, man, I can't get in. What the fuck?
Yeah, man, I actually rolled a 20 now. You heard?
All right. That means nothing to me.
Hey, you know, I don't like arrogant DMs. You know, that's not that.
So you were, when we last left you, you were in the loft. You were freaking out from that apparition that had appeared before you. Your inner voice is screaming at you to either to run, fight, or piss yourself, which you unfortunately took door number 3 and did a little wee-wee.
Salute.
But she had pointed to something, screamed, you turned, you looked, and then when you looked back, she's gone.
So look at what she pointed. What she pointed?
She was pointing at the library, and
so go to the library.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna start basically start checking the library to see what she might be. First, look at the books before touching.
Just like I distinctly recall talking about that there were history books. There's
and
books
I did state
of,
that there was one that it caught my eye, and I said that I was going to take.
Okay, and I think that one was about the Greek
paintings,
Greek mythology, and then
oh yeah. So look at it, like move the books a little bit, see if there's something behind it. Put my hand under the panel, see if I feel anything weird. See if it, grab the books and shake one by one, shake them, see if something falls out.
Okay. So in one of them, there was one of the one that stood out was an anthology of German history, and that was the only one. All of the rest of them followed a pattern of historical studies. It's mostly theological, mostly religious in tone. That was the only one that was more contemporary. When you pull it out and you shake it, a page falls out. That was not of the book. The book was was clear, glossy paper with a black and white and color photos in that are sprinkled throughout. The history of Germany right up through the Second World War and all that other stuff. And then that one page falls out. Once that page falls out, you instantly get this smell of sulfur.
Look at the page.
So it's worn. In other words, there's some drawing. It looks old. It's yellowed. It's frayed at the edges. It's torn from a different book, clearly, because it's not from this one. But once that thing comes out and you smell that sulfur, the book to your left, you immediately that Nazi history book, or that German history book, it starts to how paper when it burns at the edges, you get that those lines of heat and fire. It starts to do that and starts to smoke to the point where now you can hear the smoke alarm.
So I'm gonna take the sheet, fold it up, put it in my jacket, stomp out the thing, turn around, look around, see if the spirit is still there.
Okay. No spirit.
How high is the smoke alarm?
It's about the ceiling's about 15 feet, so you can see it right in the center of the room.
So I have an ability, and it is called Shatter.
Mm-hmm.
And small things like that, I can make it like explode.
Okay.
Cost 2 intellect points.
Okay.
So I'm gonna shatter.
Hold on a second. Give me your pools, please.
My intellect is 25. I have used 4 of my XP to raise 4 points of my attributes, which I put 3 into intellect and 1 into might.
Okay, so what's your intellect? Is 25. That's your base, right? Or your
No, my base was 22.
So your pool was 22. You put 3. Okay, all right. So it's 25. What's your speed?
My speed is 11, and my might is now 10.
Okay, and you've not spent anything so far, correct?
No, sir.
All right, and the shatter ability is costing you 2?
2.
Okay. All right. right, great. So you call up the magic, you point it, direct it at the detector, it shatters all over the ground, raining little bits of debris everywhere.
So Lou, part of me, there was a part of me that literally since he smelt the sulfur and he knows what it is, he literally says, "It is my turn." And the other two kind of let him lead. Due to the fact of the spirit, I'm going to try to communicate with the spirit since I have that ability of communicating with the dead and raising the dead.
Okay. Because you just can't let the necromancer go. Anyway, something wrong with you. So, how does that work? Walk me through the ritual.
So, as what it says, it just says consorts with the dead. The dead answers
No, I mean,
the
like,
question.
how do you do it?
So basically, it would, what he would do, especially being from the Middle East, is the ancient Egyptian language would basically propose to the dead to talk. So he's like propositioning the dead in a sense that it should understand the language that I'm speaking. Because it's like a dead language, the language of the dead itself.
Okay.
So he's a ghost whisperer.
When
necropath.
you speak the language, you speak the words to call forth this spirit. And is it a trance? Is it so essentially what I'm trying to get you to do is to I can picture it in my head. I want you to I want you to give me
His eyes roll back, hands come up. Basically, it looks like black veins come across his face. He's speaking the words, black veins come down his hand, and the energy comes out of me to talk to the dead.
Okay. So
You just came.
he's like, oh, that's the stuff. Yes. Just remind me of
Necroleche.
Necroleche. Okay. Now, when you do that, you call forth the spirit.
Now, Louis,
Yeah.
what I'm doing, because I'm very versed in this language, I am not commanding it or trying to control it. I am trying to talk with it.
Okay.
I want to. First thing is he wants to understand what happened to her, and I'm gonna pull that paper back out, and this time I'm gonna look at it at the same time when she's there.
All right. So you're calling it. Your eyes regain focus, and the girl is standing maybe 3 feet from you. Her eyes are completely black, and her head is swaying from side to side. She doesn't have a mouth. It's just completely covered with flesh. As she's hovering maybe about a foot off the ground.
So look at the paper. What does it say on the page?
It has a language that you don't understand on it. Some of it's faded. A lot of it has been written and rewritten. So there seems to be words written over other words that in this light, even with your flashlight, it's not allowing you to really to look at it correctly. And in this heightened environment, reading it is just...
For some reason, there's like a casting over where like light doesn't even function well.
Well,
does it feel something like that?
It's not so much that. It's just with your heightened anxiety, it's hard to focus. She's literally hovering right there in front of you. You have the page in your hand. It feels you're getting a sort of tingling sensation in your fingertips as you hold it.
So, in the language, I'm gonna say, "What do you need of me? I know that you have asked for my help. How can I help you?"
So she points at a section of the wall off to her right, your left. And at the far end there is a painting that's right by his bed in the center of that wall. It's very nondescript. Looks like an impressionist art. You wouldn't have regarded it. It doesn't even look expensive or fancy. And she's still just...
Lou,
she's pointing at that spot in the wall. Or at least in that direction. And that's the only thing that stands out. There's a nightstand, a lamp, the bed to the left, windows to the right, there's a dresser. But that wall, it seems to be open, more open than... It's just strangely...
like it just keeps on going?
No, it's not that. It's just... This is a gallery. He has paintings everywhere except that wall. It has that one painting. That one frame.
Now, Lou, with just to get a smell, she is a spirit, right?
Actually, no. You're not getting that impression from her at all. It's just a void. You can feel her presence, but not in the sense that you understand it. And make a perception check, please. Use your intellect pool if you want to. The difficulty is going to be a 3.
All right.
So you need a
I
9
got
or better.
1 for effort.
That means you can apply effort. If you have an edge, it reduces the point total.
Says I got a plus 40 of intellect for knowledge. Okay. And I can also use my plus 1 for edge to drop things down to 2 instead of... Let's see what...
So you rolled a 1.
Oh.
So
really?
That is an automatic GM intrusion that you can't spend, that you don't get any XP expenditure
Understandable.
for.
I can't believe I rolled a 1.
I believe it.
Fuck.
And I didn't do it.
Yes, you did.
So, at some point, what you missed as you're trying to communicate with her, as you're trying to take a stock of this situation. There's something building in this room. There's a spiritual type of pressure that you only catch at the end. And then she lets out a scream and completely disintegrates. To the point where you know you can't call her back.
Like something. Did it feel like there was another presence that did it to her?
With your role, I can't even.
No.
We can't talk
Okay,
about that.
I got you. Yeah, I fucked up. I mean, I can't even do nothing. It is what it is. So walk over to the painting.
Okay. So you walk over.
Do I-
The closer you get to the painting, the more you start. You notice that something's. You look down in your hand, and that page is starting to move.
Like towards the painting?
Not towards, just move. It feels like it's trying to slip out of your hand, out of your fingertips, like it's pulling against it.
All right. So I'm gonna squeeze it. Stop. Don't move closer to the painting. But I wanna look. I wanna study it from afar to see. Is there anything about the painting that catches my eye?
Get closer to your mic, and what's afar?
Is there anything about the painting?
Like I said,
Far, I'm
it's
saying 15
nondescript.
feet.
It's a frame. It looks like it's. Once you get a really good look, it's not even a painting. It's a framed photo.
So, do I see? It's just a frame. Then.
Yeah,
There's nothing in it.
It's a frame photo, and the
Of?
photo itself, it's just weird. It's like some sort of architecture. It looks like old wooden door, like a wooden door, with those horizontal blind shutters. It's
How
covered,
big is the painting?
no more than 8 by 10.
8 inches by 10 inches, or 8 foot by 10?
It's an 8 by 10 picture frame.
So hold the paper
Mm-hmm.
hard in my hand and keep on walking closer to it.
Okay. Closer you get, you don't necessarily feel anything different. That page is still moving in your hand, still trying to pull away from you, but you have a solid grip on it. It's not. You don't think it's going to slip out.
Do I see anything out of the ordinary on the painting that
On
will
the
catch
photo?
my eye besides the door, or on the photo?
Mm-mm.
Like the door, is there any writings on the door? Is there any writings
it
on
just
the blinds next?
just looks old, and
How old?
It's old in the sense that it's what's the word I'm looking for? It's not ancient. It looks pretty contemporary. It looks like a photo of the outside of a house, but just the door. And it looks like it's in a state of disrepair. So it's covered with dirt and soot. It's sun beaten. So the paint has been worn by the sun.
Okay. With my other hand, I'm gonna put my hand towards the paint.
Okay.
Now you said it's an 8 by 10.
Mm-hmm.
I want to just brush my finger along and see if it, what's the material? Just
Okay.
normal paper or something like that.
Once your hand gets within maybe about 4 or 5 inches of the painting, it starts to ripple like liquid, like water. Yes.
All right, back my hand. there was a necklace that this guy had.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna pull that necklace out
Okay.
and put it close to the painting. See if there's
Same effect.
All right. There's a bed right there, right?
Correct.
Okay. So put the paper away. I'm gonna grab some sheets.
Define away. What does that mean?
Fold it. Walk away.
Mm-hmm.
Fold it up. Put it into my jacket. Right.
Mm-hmm.
Matter of fact, slide it into the book that I got. The book that I took. I'm gonna slide it into the book, close it, put it in my jacket.
Okay.
I'm gonna grab a bed sheet and I'm gonna throw it over the painting.
Over the photo? Over the
Yeah,
frame?
the photo. I keep on saying that. Over the photo and wrap it up.
Okay. So you
And-
grab the bed sheet so you're gonna throw it over and you're gonna pull it off the wall?
Yes.
Okay. All right. You do that. You can feel the wire from the frame pop as you pull it off. And there's just a small nail stud. Well, nail. Not stud. A nail. That's on the wall.
Okay. Wrap it up and I'm at it.
Okay.
I'm taking it with me.
Okay. All right. So he's done that. So we're going to come back to we are now coming back to Audible and Toreador. Tense standoff, which hold on, let me this actually So as far as Audible and Toreador are concerned, this is a situation. So the situation is you got off the elevator, and I'm going to recap for Audible. You were asked to come to Sal's office, talk about work, and he was sitting at his desk, asked you both to sit. Toreador he refused to sit, but he did get close to where you guys were at, closer to the desk. So it's in a study. It's in a large room. If I had to put a picture to it just for framing, the study of the He Who Remains at the end of first season of Loki.
Yes, I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah.
So when you entered into the room, there were 4 armed men with submachine guns. Do either one of you have military training? Just offhand?
I do not. I was an athlete, remember?
Yes, that's true.
No.
Okay. All right. So then, never mind. I'm going to try to fix something real quick while we're talking. And a verbal melee ensued whereby, and this is for you, Audible, Toreador seems to have put you both in a spot. And the spot is he attempted to take Sal's life by throwing a dagger at his head. I think he was trying to aim for his head.
Throat.
His throat, excuse me. And in doing so, revealed that Sal was not in the room. He pointed to his holographic projectors. And this, after he had declared your incompetence for not doing the job that he contracted you for, that you claimed had been done. And he, what was it? Toreador's last words was, "I guess I backed the wrong Sicilian or Italian, excuse me." And then he threw the dagger. It thunked on the back of his chair, and then he starts laughing and saying, "You think I'm stupid enough to actually be here?" And he points to where the holographic projectors are, to where you find yourself now in that situation where he's like, "All right, that's the way you want it," because he had given you an out. His out was you are no longer your New York privileges have been revoked. So therefore, he was giving you that out to leave the city and leave with your lives, because he didn't want to, for whatever his own motivations. That has yet to be determined. Unfortunately, with your best pal in the whole wide world trying to assassinate him, you where is it? All you hear from around you is he's like, "All right, you boys." He's like, "Boys, take care of my light work." It's like, make fucking Swiss cheese out of these fucking idiots. So now we're in an initiative.
I have to roll, obviously.
I believe the initiative here is a little bit different.
Quick question.
Question away.
The room that we're in, are there windows?
There are windows directly ahead of you. Like
Okay.
it's a big bay window. So Winston's office from what do you call it? From John Wick.
Okay.
Not his office. I'm thinking of the Continental. So there's a big bay windows behind him. The library to your left and to your right.
Right.
Entrance, exit,
And
elevator.
there's a big table. There's a big table in front of us.
That's between you and Sal. Well, between you and where Sal was sitting.
The projection.
The projection.
All right, Lou. So I'm gonna use confounding,
Okay.
and
Is that
what are you gonna
is
do?
that an
You got-
initiative-based attack, or what are we doing?
Who's cooking?
I'm gonna put ability out. I'm gonna put an ability out on my
Say
ass.
you want to eat. What did you say?
Okay, we
I'm gonna use confounding, and I'm gonna flash that behind one of them.
Okay.
On Instagram?
James,
Okay.
mute yourself.
Where am I looking? That's not it.
Yeah, hold on. All right, so these. Okay.
There we go. second.
It's too quiet. Mystic Knight, say something.
It is too quiet.
I think it's funny that me and Eric are holding our arms the same way.
Nice
All
job
right,
on
so
that
you
Cypher,
guys,
by
you
the
guys
way.
need to make a speed roll to determine initiative.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So I have a 15 speed, and I can use things that benefit my initiative too with the speed, right?
Correct.
All right. So dexterity power shift. So I have a dexterity power shift. Speed, defense, and initiative are eased by 1 step per shift.
Yeah, I got the same thing.
Does my danger sense help at all?
Yes, it does.
Yep, costs 1 speed point, so that's also eased. So that's 2. I think that's all I'm allowed. All I have. So I have my sharp eye doesn't give me any easement.
If you say so.
It says because you must always keep an eye out when you're traveling. You're trained in all tasks related to perception and navigation. I mean, it doesn't say anything about initiative, but I don't know.
No, I don't believe that would apply.
Yes, because I don't think that helps. So that is.
Yeah, I just trained. I just trained in initiative.
Okay.
And I got the dexterity thing, so that's just one level down for me. So just roll then, right?
Roll your 20.
No effort. Do I have an asset? No, I don't have an asset.
And of course I did.
No cost. I got 1 level bonus. No effort roll. What's going on? Just do it.
You rolled it twice. So you rolled a 4.
I did roll it twice?
Yeah.
Why keep asking me? That's like weird. Oh, whatever.
Okay. So
What if
unfortunately,
it's TM intrusion?
I don't know.
I don't have a DM intrusion. I should have 1. Whatever. I guess I'll roll a 4. I don't know.
Okay.
Why is your roll so special?
Because I used the page.
Okay. So
If you don't like the roll, you can always spend an XP.
No, I'm okay with it.
Well, I mean, our character sheets roll to the roll 20 now.
No, I think he put it in.
So I used the character sheet in roll 20.
So
And it asked me for like 1,000 different things before I made this roll. I don't know why I rolled twice.
Mystic Knight, look at your phone.
Okay, so 2. You guys, I mean, Toreador is not going to use the XP. You could use the XP to reroll your initiative if you so choose.
I will do that.
I don't understand this training.
Speed.
Roll for effort. And
What?
asset.
We'll use like 1 XP.
Yes.
Right. Yeah, I'll do that. Let's try this again.
No, I rolled a natural 1. Yep. That shit fucked. I'm fucked.
I rolled a 13 this time.
Okay.
But with still the the easement of 2.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Yep. You go first, NPCs, then Toreador.
I legit rolled a 1. That's balls. That's what I get for laughing at Dwight.
That's
One
3
sec.
ones in one game from 3 different people. That's crazy. I did not pay for that.
1 second, I'll be right back.
Of course. He goes first and he leaves first. That makes sense. You said you were going to do a flash step, correct? And
Yeah, I'm gonna do a
how
flash
are you
step.
How are you going to do that?
So I got an ability called Confounding. I
Mm-hmm.
can pull a talent and ability seamlessly out of the air, out of nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna use Confounding to do flash step.
Okay, to appear behind one of them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, I'm back. Don't be mad because I'm delaying our death. Okay. So I go first. Everybody.
You do.
All right. How close is Toreador next to me?
You're literally standing within 5 feet of each other.
Yeah, right next to each other.
Okay. How far is that? How far is that bay window from us?
About 25 feet. So a short distance.
Yeah. That's not what I wanted. All right. Until I can add it to my actual page, I'm going to use one of the new abilities that you told me I have.
Mm-hmm.
Lou?
You're talking about from the Cypher?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just trying to figure out how to. I was trying to figure out how to add it. That's why I said.
Totally
We'll talk
fine. I if I gave it to you, that's fine. Just tell me which one you're using and its effect.
The sonic detonation,
Okay.
right? Before I use it,
Mm-hmm.
I say, T, behind me, now.
All right, that's your action. I'm sorry. I got to get some get back from your Palladium game. I'm sorry. That's your action, and we'll resolve the next one. I'm kidding.
Got me.
You got
me. Got me.
Uh,
Deserve that. I deserve that.
you kind of did, motherfucker.
Deserve that. Deserve that. All right. So I just have to roll now to do the attack.
Actually, no. Let me make sure that I get this here quick. Okay, so once you activate it, that blast shoots out in all directions. All of the guys. Let's see here. All right, here we go. I'm gonna try this, but it may not have the effect that I'm looking for. But so you do the blast, and it shatters the windows. It knocks the guys off their feet. A couple of stray shots go off, and
We actively shot one another.
yeah, you wish.
Hey, I can, right?
You can absolutely wish that. So,
Random bullets.
they
Dodge
they
to
hit the
avoid big
ground.
shot.
They lose that round's attacks. What then are you doing? Because next is Toreador. You were going to do the flash step, but he used his Cypher. The effect is as I described it. Everyone gets knocked back, knocked down to the ground. They're disoriented for the moment.
I did what he told me to do. Get behind him.
Mm-hmm. Okay, we'll come back to you.
I rest my hand on your shoulder.
Okay, we'll come back to you.
Oh, back to me.
Audible, yeah.
Okay. I grab him. You said that all the windows are shattered.
Mm-hmm.
Grab him. We bounce him and fly straight out the window.
Okay. You managed to escape.
You hit a brick wall. It's a hologram.
He's like, "Ha ha! I got you again, bitch." Nah. That would be some cheesy shit, but that would be hilarious.
That would be, yeah, especially somebody who has like sound abilities to recognize if shit's solid and shit.
You do that. Glass shatters, and you fly out. Where to? By the way, Toreador.
What happened?
Sorry. What the fuck?
Can you hear it?
All you hear is. As you're flying out, you can't hear a damn thing. You can feel the wind as he's flying you away, but you can't hear a fucking thing now. So
Okay.
I come back to you, Audible.
Okay. Oh.
Don't babysit me. Tell me where you're going.
I'm like, well, my boss did say he wanted to see me. Might as well head home.
Nah.
You're like, what? What?
and I head towards my organization's
Your HQ.
Yep.
Toreador is basically imitating DMX. What?
What?
Right? Verizon commercial. No.
Or he's Little John. What?
Okay. So we're going to your boss. Okay. All right. Okay,
Yeah,
great.
moron.
We could do that.
Full disclosure, I didn't think you would remember to use that cipher.
No, I was trying to set it up today, and I was like, I don't know how to do that.
Mhm.
Hold on a second. Let me work on that later. But I remember I do know I had it.
Well, like I said, that character creating tool that they have is imperfect. It's still beta, so I'm sure they'll fix all this shit at some point.
Yeah,
But
we'll figure it out this week. But I knew I had some new shit. So
in any event, you're off you're off to the races.
Yeah.
Your HQ was in Brooklyn, if memory serves.
I think so.
You tell me.
No, I think so. I don't.
It was your org, so we don't know really.
Right, like my like I know I'm part of the organization.
Gotcha.
What's the name of it?
You wrote it up though, Lou. So I don't know.
Yeah, I forgot the name of the.
I just gave the basics. I essentially what I wanted you guys to do is to help me fill in the blanks so that you have a little bit more ownership in it.
I never got.
You never got that far.
Never got that far because we were the
Okay.
we were the Obsidian for like 12 years.
Yeah, seriously. So let's let's put your HQ in Red Hook,
Okay.
Brooklyn.
Right.
You're flying in, and you can
Well,
see.
maybe it's somewhere behind the IKEA.
Right. It's a front. So wherever you go, it's just a front. It's not.
Right.
You guys deal. It's more clubs. It's more underground clubs, drugs, shit like that.
Right.
So it's not like hardcore
Right.
moving serious weight unless it's a big
Right.
deal. But for the
Right.
most part, that's how he makes it. That's how the money is made. Protection, girls, gambling, shit like that.
Right.
So you get back to HQ, and get to the reception area, and you can see Sheila Johnson. She's about 42, no nonsense receptionist slash office manager. She, as soon as you come through those, she's like, no, we ain't doing that today. Side entrance. We have customers. We have business here, and
Right.
everyone can see you. And in your panic, you were walking through the door, and then you suddenly notice that it's all glass enclosed conference rooms with rappers, with artists, with club
Right.
promoters, with
Right.
and a lot of them have now. You can see a sea of heads starting to turn in your direction.
Right.
And she's
My
like,
my bad. I'm sorry. I went the wrong way.
she's
I'm
like,
out.
you know goddamn well better. You just go.
Sorry, my bad.
Just
Look,
go.
Sheila, I got it. Sorry,
Just
my
go.
bad. I leave. Sorry, me. I walk so I walk
It's
somewhere.
okay. It's hip hop. No snitching.
Right. So I go somewhere and unless you're 6'9", unless you're Takashi.
Yeah, that's
This is Diddy Shaman.
Bright, the rainbow bright of hip hop.
nice.
So what I do is I go to where I would normally go for I wait. I take a minute, right? And I look at Tori. They're like,
Can I hear?
It's coming back, but he's, back of the room, on top of on top of that sound.
So I'm gonna look at him and I'm gonna take a passive present. I'm gonna take a passive stance, and I'm gonna stand behind him.
okay. I get us to where we gotta go.
Yeah, I follow.
Yeah. So, I go to the entrance that we're supposed to go to.
Okay, and as he's doing that, there's that familiar sound, and you just, in that one instance, you're indoors. You're like just completely queasy, both of you. That sense, your stomach's turned and flip flop. He's like, bro, what the fuck? What are you guys doing? You're just causing all kinds of mayhem everywhere, huh? RJ wants to see you. And then he disappears again.
Nah. Dun, dun, dun.
This guy. All right. Come on. 1 second. Okay. Okay, go.
All right.
So we're inside.
You're inside the back office,
Right.
and he already deposited you on the third floor, was the executive suites. Just again, glass enclosures. You can see RJ in his corner office on the phone. He's on the phone, but his crimson eyes are just staring right through you, and he's just like,
I go, oh dear, I got this. And I start walking towards Red Jack.
Red Jack. Well, come. walk into his office, and he's like, "Yes, I understand. You will be taken care of. What did I just say? Huh?" Then he hangs up the phone. "You, sit."
I sit down.
He's going through some stuff. He's making you wait. You know that looking through shit, making
Yeah.
you, making a little sweat.
Yeah.
You want drink? There's
I'll take a water. Red Jack.
no. I think you want drink. And he gets up. He pours two whiskeys. It's like,
Right.
lifts up the crystal, clinks the glass.
I lift up my to toast.
It's just
Think.
you've caused a lot of problems lately. I don't understand. You're supposed to go with the kid to watch his back, and all I hear is your name, and not in a good way. I should add. It's like when you joined, I didn't think you would fit in. You don't seem to have what it takes to be in this line of work, but you come in handy. Follow orders. No big deal, eh? But now it's a big thing. I'm trying to understand why. What is it about you that you are attracting so much trouble? It's like, take for instance. Pulls up a tablet. And he's like, I got this surveillance footage yesterday. He puts the tablet on the table, twirls it around, and puts it towards you. You can see you and Toreador in that warehouse lifting up that thing and taking it out of the room. It's like, what was in the box that was so important, huh?
Am I allowed to answer this point?
He's sitting there waiting.
Oh.
He's actually sitting on the desk facing you.
It was a bargaining chip for myself and my associate, well, mostly myself.
You're talking about the Spaniard.
Yes. It was a bargaining chip to get myself out of an unforeseen debt that I accrued because I was attacked at the Obsidian.
Yeah, then there's that. The kid tells me there was some sort of thing that happened, some stupid mutant that destroyed the place. Everyone did what they had to do, but you know, it wasn't from us. We don't deal in those things, so I'm not worried. But somehow a bunch of money went missing, and then their hotel got blown up. Your room, in fact, the room you were staying in, the room I was paying for. Is that about right?
I was attacked in that room. Now, would I assume that he knows who Magali is?
It's possible. She's pretty well known in the underworld. What's your character's real name? Your first name?
Derek.
Okay.
Last name Van Gogh.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Okay.
That was always established.
Okay.
I did that on purpose. It was, I should have named him Darius. Darius Van Gogh.
So he extends his hands for the tablet.
I say, if I allowed to explain everything that's happened up until this point?
Please. You still haven't handed him the tablet.
Oh, I handed the tablet back.
He gets up and walks around the desk, sits back down, taps a couple of things, and then puts it on the desk. And he says, "Please, I'm all ears."
All right. Without having to go through the whole thing, Lou, I basically my what am I? Is it been 2 days?
48 hours.
40 hours? I explained everything that's happened in the last 2 days. I also mentioned that every time I tried to get in contact with him through Blitz, Blitz would just disappear. Or even when I tried to explain to Blitz the issues that was going on, he would not be here. We also assume that a lot of this stuff is what these Helio faggots have been dealing with throughout the city. What I think Magali was, as far as the goop, I think that's what Magali was attacked by. I explained the Sal situation. I explained, what happened with that. And at this point, I'm not trying to cause trouble. The trouble has been coming to me. I even, with the help of my new associate, I was even able to come up with the money to pay back the hotel. But because of, and the deal that we had struck gave me some alleviation financially because of that. But now we're in another bind. Like I'm being just straight honest with him about everything that's going on. I want nothing but to be a good soldier to you. I don't have any aspirations, outside of just making sure that I do my job the best way I can and find out what the fuck is going on. I was trying to get this information back to you based off of what happened at that meeting. And then all this other stuff started happening. So, and I sit back and I say, if I have to face punishment, I only request one. And I talk about the whole Cholito situation. Because if I have to face punishment, I'll take it like a man because that's what I am. I would just ask that you leave my associate out of it because he's done nothing but be loyal to me, and he barely knew me to help me out. But I'll tell you, I'm not leaving. And I tell him, like, I was threatened to leave the city. I'm not leaving the city. This is my city. This is your city, actually. No matter who else thinks they're top dog, we know it belongs to you. And I just sit back, and after I've said my piece,
Give him a lot.
And I also apologize for any problems I might have caused the organization.
How well do you know the Spaniard?
We've known each other for a couple of days, but he hasn't shown me any duplicity, and throughout everything that I've been dealing with, he's had my back. He helped me make bread that I needed to get out of hot. He didn't have to do that. He don't know me.
Throws a glance at you, Toreador, as he's explaining you to him. And it's like,
all of it, as far as I'm concerned, everything that's happened, I feel like I've been set up by the people at that hotel.
So you know what, Derek? I like you. It's part of the reason why I keep you around. It's, you're not a tech geek. You're a good soldier. You follow orders. Let's say I believe any of this, all of this. What do you think I should do if I were you? If you were me and I were you, what would you do?
I wouldn't.
I wouldn't murder me. No, I'm kidding.
I would say I wouldn't. I wouldn't put it past you to discipline me in some capacity. If that means losing my life because of it, and it makes me a liability, then like I said, you know what? I've been through worse. I'll take it like a man. I'm in this because I don't want my family hurt. You know, also, I like the job. Needless to say, you know, I like the money. I like the girls. I like the lifestyle. I don't ask for much. You know, I lost everything. I lost my whole career. You know, when the accident, you guys actually gave me a second chance to be something. So that's all I can, you know, I can only thank you for, you know, all the opportunities you've given me. But if I have to, you know, leave or if something has to happen to me, then you know what? Fuck it. I'll take the consequences.
I'd like to hear from your friend. I tell you what. If he doesn't play off words and he tells me, no, I'm just kidding. If his story matches yours, maybe we can work something out. Truth be told, don't tell anyone. I fucking hate that Italian. The fact that all of this happened under his roof tickles me to no end. Been muscling in on our business and our territories for months now. I think he's planning something. And this disruption may be exactly what we need to figure it out. I think he's planning something with the fucking shepherd. I think that whole thing was a setup. I think he's the one that's making all of this happen. But I have no proof. The fact that you're still breathing when he could have taken you. I think he has plans for you and your friend too. Not sure what.
Well, one thing I know is he's a fucking bitch ass coward. Not even fill up in a room to face us man to man, fucking using smoke and mirrors and holograms.
Yeah, he is not his father. That apple fell in another state off the tree. So he's like,
do you want me to leave?
Like, bring in the Spaniard, please.
Okay. I turn around and motion to Toreador.
Well, I get up. I walk over to the door. I come in.
Welcome. Radovrius Jack. At your service. Please, have a seat. Derek, if you would give us a moment. Get yourself cleaned up. Oh, and bring Ricky in here. Ricky is Blitz.
Okay.
I tell him my name is Ricardo de Almar.
I look for a speed freak. I walk out the door.
It's like, so. Derek tells me you have been in quite an adventurous 48 hours.
It's been interesting.
He also tells me that you looked out for him. I find that interesting, considering you're not from here, and from what my friends have told me, you are an indie. You don't work
Oh.
for anyone. You're just looking for work. Is that about right?
Yeah.
So,
And
what can you tell
then
me
him-
about what happened? I
Oh,
heard from Derek. I'd like to hear from you.
So I'll start with the meeting, about the events of the meeting, and how that transpired.
And
I
who are
go
you
f-
there with? You weren't there by yourself, no?
Me myself, yes, I was there by myself. I was. It was a suggestion from a colleague for me to come up this way. Said that my talents would find more use here than where I was.
Okay.
So, we I tell them about the rumor we heard about Dahlia, Dahlia,
Mm-hmm.
and when we went to go, because I know it was her friend, I let him know. Well, he told me it was her friend. He was concerned. I decided to go with him to see what happened. And
See, that
when we
is
get there,
that is a little curious. You don't strike me as someone who works well with others, outside of what you're getting paid to do. So, what about Darius? You're not fruity, are you?
no.
If you are, that's I don't have a problem. I just curious.
Um, it felt right. We seem to be as different as we are, almost at the same place.
Okay.
We both.
Please continue.
So I went with him to take a look because I was curious also about what was going on. Meet more people because I'm new to the city. So I took it an opportunity to meet someone else. When we showed up, the place was wrecked. The entire occupancy was murdered and ripped apart. It was. I haven't seen anything like that. And then this creature arose out from in there. I heard it coming. I warned him. We got up. After that, we went back into the hotel that evening to freshen up and clean up. And all of a sudden, he was being assaulted by this creature. He claimed that it was the lady that he knew. From there, well, the rest is on television after the whole snowball. Later on, we went back to see. Okay, so in the events that we were there, we found that the not Vietnamese, the Koreans were keeping an eye on the facility, and they were holding active patrols. When we were making our way out, they were coming into the building also. So seeing what we saw, and we made it out, we didn't hear about any commotion or anything when they were coming in. So I don't know, maybe they have something to do with it. If they feel free to come in and out of that structure. So either they have something to do with whatever that monstrosity was that seems to be linked with this shepherd fellow, or those are shepherd's men. We did come back to take a closer look at the area, see if there was anything that was useful, salvageable. We went there to find clues to find out what happened. And when we got there, that's when we found this strange box. And we saw that the Koreans wanted it. We thought that it may have held a clue to what might have happened to his friend. So we snagged it.
Nah. What did you do with this box?
Well, the box got destroyed, but inside the box was a book.
A book?
Yeah, some old moldy tome of some types. I don't know. I used it as a means to get funds. Sold it to a gentleman I knew would be interested in it, and he was extremely interested in it and paid rather well for it. I mean, it might have been more valuable, but we were in a position we needed the money.
Yes. Okay. And this business with the Salvatore. Derek tells me that he gave you one of his get out of New York ultimatums.
Oh, he's an asshole, so I have no reason to hold back any of this information. He hired me to kill his niece. I made her into paste.
So she's
Shortly
dead.
after, she came back out of the freaking blue. The same look on your face, the look I had on mine, because I have a pocket full of her teeth right now, and I pull out pocket full of teeth, a handful of teeth. If these belong to her,
Regeneration, maybe. I don't know. I didn't know
whatever
that
it
she could do
is,
that.
she came back.
That's interesting. And you're saying she did not attack you, she did not accuse you, she did not. Nothing.
Well, I didn't see her. Audible saw her.
Derek saw her. And
And
she.
he came and told me. And then later on, Mr. Salvatore came and told me. I took offense to him telling me that I didn't do my job right, and I told him about it.
Okay.
I take pride in my work. I don't do incomplete work.
Mistakes happen. You know. I don't particularly care very much for Sal. He's a brute. Quite frankly, he's an idiot. And if not for his father, he'd be washing. He'd be, he'd be working sanitation, as far as I can tell. But he has a lot of pull in City Hall, judges, police, state, local, federal, in his pocket. So, have to tread carefully, but I wouldn't worry too much. I think he's going to be very busy very soon. So, you look tired. Hungry?
Yeah.
Okay. I want you, and you are my guest. You, Derek, you looked out for Derek. He works for me. You took care of me. So I'm going to take care of you. Now, this business with Salvatore, I don't know what I can do, but I think it'd be fun to see what he can do if he knew you were in my house under my protection. If you're okay with that, of course.
Thank you.
No, that's not how you're going to thank me. I have other ways that I think you would be better suited to thanking me. Of course, not for free. We don't operate in that. I heard that. We don't operate in that capacity. Favor for favor. Now, there is something. This book. Who did you give it to? Who did you sell it to?
Oh, I told him I sold it to.
I don't know him. Is that what he goes by?
Yes.
Fucking mutants and their names. Okay. So, what we'll do, we'll take care of you. Might have some work for you. But for now, you're a guest. You stay with Derek. He'll take care of you. Just then, it's like I told you not to do that in my office. Sorry, boss. Because all of a sudden, papers is just flying off, and he's just looking at. He's just like, "Hey, what's happening there, Pokey? You doing all right?"
Yeah, I'm doing fine.
Yeah, you are. It's like I have business with Blitz. If you'll excuse me.
So, do a slight nod. And they walk out.
See you later, Pokey. All right. So, with butt cheeks unclenched, you both you both meet up in the hall. You know that Red Jack is reasonable to a point, and he's more of an information gatherer and then actor. And when he acts, he does so Michael Corleone style. He does not leave shit for a chance. Correct. And he wants the full picture. I don't know. You don't know that he got the full picture from what you've described. You don't know what Toreador described, but you guys are finally getting together. You're talking with his receptionist about a new wardrobe. They have their guy come. They have the tailor coming in. So the boss tells me to. He's like, I don't know what you said, but it's like Marco's coming in. So.
Marco?
Yeah, and
that's big.
That's a pretty fucking big. He's just like, that's a pretty fucking big deal. So.
Yeah, I tell T, it's like, Marco's like one of the best. Yo,
she's like, congratulations.
Half the fits that are set up in this place, yo, and he, man, listen.
She's like, congratulations.
Thanks.
It's like we have you set up in dorm B. That's all yours for now. So.
Thanks. I look at T. I hit him in the chest real quick, man. How'd it go, bro?
All right. He asked me what happened. I told him.
That man, whether for the fact.
As you're talking and looking, because again, it's glass, you can see Blitz like.
I start walking towards where we gotta go.
Mm-hmm.
Does he look like he's having a harder time than we did?
Oh yeah, way harder time. Because RJ is just staring daggers in him, not saying a word.
I'm kind of smiling. I'm kind of smiling about it.
And he notices, and
no, I'm turning my back.
Oh, okay. I was just saying he notices.
Hey, no. When we start walking away, I kind of start smirking about it.
Okay.
Jackass. I'm just saying. I'm gonna birth jackass. I can't stand that cat. I can't stand that kid.
Okay. All right.
I tell you, Audible. He basically invited me to say.
Well.
He says,
around. Since we're our guest.
Yeah.
Be our guest. Be our guest.
He has a couple of jobs he wanted me to do, so I guess I'm working with you.
That's fine by me. And let me tell you, shut up, bruh. Unbelievable.
Okay.
What?
All right, so I'm going to move back to Crosshair real quick. I'm going to do a lightning round because we're coming up on time. I don't want to keep everybody too late. And I'm going to do as quick a round robin as I possibly can. Crosshair.
Yeah, what's up?
When you're about to get to the elevator, you're coming down, and that's when you hear from Sal's office, from the floor where Sal's office is, and then the subsequent gunfire.
All right, so I run to the office.
Okay. You get there, you see 4 of his guys, ears bleeding, windows blown out, furniture all a mess, papers everywhere, and they're all in states of disorientation. In your vision, you can see their levels of damage to their hearing. Again, this is stuff that you're seeing. You're just absorbing this information. You didn't have this before, but you're just like, all right. So there's no real. They're not critically injured, but they are suffering some from concussion, varying forms of concussion. And
Okay.
then again, the door you hear the ding of the elevator, and he's like, "What the fuck?" Sal comes in. "What the fuck?"
So
So he's looking at you. He's like, "What the fuck happened?"
there was an explosion, gunfire, and these guys had airs bleeding.
I can see that there, fucking genius. I don't understand. He's, what the fuck? He's looking up at the windows. Oh, fuck. The fuck? So he goes over. He's like, Gino, hey. He grabs him off, grabs him by by his jacket. He's like, hey, and slaps him. He's like, what happened here? He's like, he had like a flashbang or something. I fucking flashbang? Are you fucking kidding me? Are you kidding me? Fuck. He's like, you know them guys, right? That fucking
Know who?
that fucking moolie. What is this called? He calls himself fucking audition audio. What are you? The name comes to you. It's audible. You tense. He seemed to know you. You had every misgiving up to the point where you had the battle. So every interaction you can remember. And from my recollection, your interactions with Audible were not were cordial and just not at all pleasant. You didn't enjoy them.
Right.
He's like, yeah, and that's fucking spick.
This guy was mad more so because I kept looking at her ass.
Yeah. It's like fucking, what's his name? The bullfighter. What do you call a bullfighter?
Olay?
No.
Toreador?
That's it. Toreador. So those two fucking jamokes.
What about him?
Fucking. This is about him.
Why would they do that?
How the fuck do I know? They were supposed to have a
your
meeting.
office.
They were supposed to have a meeting, and then this. So, and then he looks at this chair. He said, "What the fuck?" He goes around and he picks up the chair, and then you can see a fucking dagger sticking out of it.
Oh.
And then he looks at the chair, and then he looks at you. He's like, "Believe this fucking shit."
What? They tried to kill you?
Well, he's like, they tried to kill my fucking chair. I wasn't even here. It's like, I need you to take care of this. I need you to fucking find those two fucks and take care of this. They can't come in here and wreck our fucking property like this. Again.
Well,
He's
I
like,
would,
I
but
need-
I've been kind of excommunicado. I've been locked out of the armory.
Yeah.
can't
Forget
get my
about that.
hands-
He's like, listen to me. Listen.
I need my station back.
Listen. Pop told us to make nice, yes? This is how we make nice. Take care of this. Get your access back. Don't worry about nothing.
Does he have a bar?
Oh, that's gone. He did have a
Okay.
bar, but all the glasses are shattered.
Look at
So
everything.
he's just like, as you look at it, and he's just like, he follows your gaze like, oh, for fuck's sake, I have fucking McCallum in this. Oh, those motherfuckers. It's like, I need you to take care of this now, today. They can't be breathing by the end of the fucking day. You take care of that, you and me, kid, we square. In fact, you take care of this, we'll talk about maybe moving you up.
Okay.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Fucking A. It's like, fucking Jamokes. He gets his phone. Like, Genie, yeah. Send the doctor. Maybe an ear, nose, throat guy. Yeah.
Okay. So, Lou, I go back to my armory to where I usually do all my work and everything else like that.
Mm-hmm.
Do I have access to everything?
You do.
Good. I pull up my little laptop and I go through his separate security cameras.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, me being the head of security and all,
Mm-hmm.
and everything else like that. And I go to his office and see why did all this transpire.
Okay, well, here's the thing. Once you get to that file, it's not there. It's been erased. Or, excuse me. That file didn't exist. There's a gaps. There are gaps in that in your security files.
Big and beautiful. Big and beautiful.
What about the cloud?
Gone. Nothing. Now, mind you, this.
What about the guards? What about the guards in their cell phones?
This issue just happened. What about them? If they
Cell
had cell phone, they still had them. They have them with them. And they're
Well, 9 times out of 10, you could still play Big Brother is watching with the cell phones.
What do you mean?
In other words, find out, a little bit of past information or anything else like that. Maybe a few minutes through their cameras. People, conspiracy theorists.
None. Even if that were true, none of them were filming.
Interesting. All right. Cool. Well, I guess I got my work cut out for me. So I'm gonna get whatever I need, which I feel I really don't need much. How does me being back in here feel?
Feels familiar. Doesn't feel out of place. There's some sensations in your fingertips that are weird, but outside of that, and by weird
Sensations
I mean
weird like what?
Like you're touching these things for the first time. And certain spots where there's electronics, you're seeing it. You're seeing a diagram in your mind's eye.
Oh, okay. All right. So I put together whatever I have on my sheet, my equipment sheet and everything else. So I put that together.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to get a little information on information on my quarry. Who they are, what were they about.
Okay. There's more information on Audible than there is on Toreador.
Okay.
So you'll get most of what you need without knowing exactly what you're looking for. I really can't give you a lot. So, what exactly are you looking for?
Hold on. I'm texting it to you. Who he is, girlfriend, spouse, girlfriend, children, kids, baby mamas, boyfriends, pet dogs, aunts, connections in New York,
Okay.
known little hangouts and or watering holes besides the eclipse, besides the obsidian.
Okay. Well, one of the one that specifically comes out to mind is the locations for the Crimson Accord, and you happen to know Red Jack personally, and you also
What's my standing with Red Jack?
You have a cordial relationship, and he only tolerates he has given you the impression that his tolerance for you extends through your grandfather and his association with him. He doesn't really associate with you very much, and he's never come down to your vault, to your gallery. For
You was always sending somebody else, or
correct, and that's usually Blitz, whom you can tell me. I can tell you right now, Blitz is extraordinarily immature and forward.
Yeah, I know. I'm gonna kneecap him one day. But yeah, understood. I understand what you're saying. So I'm going to get myself together and just leave me off right there.
Okay. All right. So we're gonna move off from you, Ethera. You came back to the hotel. You were looking for Crosshair. I'm sorry. You were looking for Mystic Knight. Mystic Knight. You get the call as you were working on that information dump. You got a sizable.
It was a text.
As a text, excuse me. You got a sizable chunk of that data, but it's not all complete. So it's going to take some time to sift through it to figure out what is usable, what is not, what is junk.
Louis, I'm sorry, I don't mean to interrupt you, but
you're going to do it anyway.
Yes, I'm gonna tell Access Knight backdoor.
What?
Mystic Knight. I'm gonna tell Mystic Knight backdoor once you get on us. So I'm just letting you know now, just in case.
Okay.
Because we still got one more thing we want to do. That's the reason why I'm interrupting you.
Okay, so Mystic Knight, were you responding or what were you doing?
I was waiting on you to finish.
No, that was pretty much it. I'm sorry.
Okay, my bad. All right. So when he says backdoor, being that we work together, that means to leave a back door open to the system.
No. I'm talking about your response to Ethera.
I know. So because I'm guessing this is happening simultaneously.
You are guessing correctly.
Telling me that.
Yes.
All right. So my response first is to access, being that that's the more urgent thing, and I'll assist them with creating that back door using the advantage that we've got at the moment. So that way, once we inoculate the virus and get its coding, when we go back in, we're going to be chameleon to that code. So that way we can have easy access to go back and forth if we've missed any information. Responding to Ethera's text.
Okay, so those are multiple actions that you guys are taking. So
Yeah, multitasking.
Nah, I get that, but no.
Well, I mean, the main action is what we're doing.
I know what the main action is. Everything else will require additional rolls, which would put you in more and more.
No. Listen, we're just gonna do. We're gonna try to.
I'll put it to you this way: it increases the chances of the Hydra working.
No.
So-
What we're saying is we're going to create the back door. That's it.
That's it.
Then
And we out of there.
we have already captured.
Okay,
the
so
code.
the back door is going to be a separate roll. So we'll resolve that later, in the next game. So and the only reason why I say that is because Helios does employ techs that are just as qualified as you guys.
Yeah.
So
I'm not doubting it.
okay, now
No, specifically that duo that created the fucking Hydra. Fuck yeah, by the way. So Athera, sure. We can, if you wish, we can meet in about 20 minutes.
Rita, please encrypt these files and send a copy this way.
all right. What are you sending?
The Helios data that I have so far.
Okay. So you get.
That'll actually help.
So you start getting another data dump, and in one of the things that shocks you, Mystic Knight, is how easily your encryption was broken. Because you do have firewalls.
Okay.
And it's coming from Ethera.
And Athera's a known thief, not a hacker. All right, so when the files get saved, look for the metacoding to identify the source from where it came. In other words, it's going to have the Helios coding, but there's going to be something else attached if it was hacked, like the programming code. And I'm going to take a look at that to see where it came from and see if I can identify it.
Say that last bit again, because I'm not sure I understand.
Okay, so every hacker has a tag, their own programming like snippet. That's how hackers are identified, especially in the dark web. So what I'm looking for is that tag.
Okay.
To see where it came from and see if I can recognize it.
No, can't recognize it.
Do I recognize the type of hack it is? Like, for instance, is it AI induced? Is it magical? Is it a combination of the two? Is it a multi-code
I can tell you that
kind of
I can tell you that it's not magical, and it seems to have quantum encryption.
Holy shit! What the fuck? Yo, Access, you see my eyes light the fuck up. Like, what the fuck am I looking at right now?
So I said, what's going on?
Somebody's using quantum hacking, bro. Yeah. What the fuck?
What's the likelihood of that?
So I show him. I open up my phone. I show him the file dump, and I show him the tag. Look.
And who's sending this message?
Athera, of all people. She's not a hacker. Who the fuck does she know?
Well, remember,
if she knows this person, they don't need us. We still do, but still, that's not the point.
I said, remember, she is beautiful and she is slippery. So,
How did I come for? Yo, don't let her hear you say that, because if she did, you'd be dead, bro.
No, this is just between us. So who knows?
I know. Your secret's safe for me, but damn, that's some bullshit.
We gotta somehow know that we gotta get her contact or whoever is doing this.
Okay, so hit her back. Thank you for the file. We meet our usual location.
That won't be necessary.
Okay. So
Wait, he didn't finish.
All right. So
Wait,
no worries.
did
I will
you
send you.
did you finish it, Thera? I barely heard you.
I said that won't be necessary. Just take a look.
Okay, and I will send you what we got just as soon as we sort it. Okay.
Understood.
Okay. So open up the file. What he got. And I see it's all the personnel file of all Helios. Interesting.
Yep.
So I got it full.
You received
One of them
some,
sticks out, and it's the beak face. He's not well regarded in your organization. In fact, there's an open contract on him, and he's killed at least 3 Seekers.
Wow. Thank you for that. So we'll do our end to sort it out, and
You know what? I'm
gonna
tell Mystic Knight. You know what? Since we up ahead, let's close this. Let's not put the back door in. Let's close them. Let's gather the information because we might not need the back door, and we are adding an extra risk on to them finding out who we are. Right now, we're doing good, so I think we should just leave it as it is.
Okay. Listen, you know our agreement. We don't do anything if we're not on accord. So if you feel
because right now we're actually doing pretty good. And then because we might not need the back door because we don't know. We got to sift through all this information to see what we have.
Okay. Copy that. So
and we also have the layout of this Hydra also too. So we can study it, and hopefully it will make it easier for us if we do have to go back in.
Or we could use it ourselves.
Oh, so we could, yeah, exactly.
That's the other thing. Yes. All right, so taking cue from access, we disengage. And what I'll do is I'll have my my artifact program it so it could sift through the data dump and organize it. And put in the parameters for what Ethereal was asking for, which was the safe havens and all the other little outlets, so that could be the first red flag file. Meaning, once it's established all of that, I can see it, look at it, and then send it to Ethereal. Of course, we're making copies. So
yeah, Lewis, I'm also taking a copy of everything we've got right now.
Okay. What's your next step?
So I'm sending access a copy of the file that I just got from Ethereal, and we both have the digital print of the Hydra, which we're both going to work on.
Yeah, and then the information I'll take it too because I'm going to start sifting through it too to see what's going on in there. Do you have anything else? Do you have in mind? And I'm also gonna bring up, you know that so I'm gonna explain to Mystic Knight what happened with this guy, what's his name, Tulito and all that other stuff. And right now, I owe Sal some money. I escaped from the, but I have an idea. You think it's possible that we could take Sal's money and use his own money to put a bounty on him?
Listen, just for you, let's go for it.
Okay.
That'll be sweet.
Okay.
Not that I have anything against Sal or anything like that, but you know me. Somebody crosses you, they cross me. So yeah, fuck them.
Okay, so let's do this. Let's sift through this information. I gotta contact. I gotta call John from the corporation that I work in just to give him the information from the drone that you gave me.
Mm-hmm.
Then after that, we could pretty much do whatever you want to do. I don't have anything else to do. So we could start.
The only thing for me to do next is finally make it to my special lab so you can assist me on the tech part, because I'm going to take a look at that goop that's been on the news and also the Solomon Grundy and see if I can figure what the connection between the two is, if there's any.
Okay. So that sounds good. So I guess we could do this in the next game, or do you want to do it now, Lewis? Do you win on everybody else, or do you want to call
No,
it quits
we're
now?
we're wrapping up. So I'm coming back to Architect if he's still awake.
Damn, you see how fast he jumped up? It was like a vampire, right?
Lou, there is something I
Milagro.
want to do. I didn't get a chance
Oh, I'm
to
sorry.
tell
Go
you.
ahead, Ethera. I apologize.
All right. I reach out. I'll send a voice message to Vanessa, letting her know that I found a Helios hideout and that they have somebody there restrained with all that black goop. They are definitely researching.
Okay. All right. Message is sent. And Rita, there's a point where on the display, this is an earpiece, and then the port comes out.
I pop that in.
So he's like, there. Was that wise to send those to all the data from the Helios? It's like, he says, I detected several layers of encryption from this. So she gives you an entire readout of his files and shows you specific points where there are plans within plans and then thralls and just a whole listing of information. He's like,
my eyes widen a little bit.
so, and
Yeah,
then,
little bitch.
and then there's then there was an information of a surveillance, and then there's shit about the book, things that he was gleaning from other people. Just like, my suggestion is that you tread
That's
carefully.
an invasion of privacy, bitch.
My suggestion is that you tread carefully with that one. He is extraordinarily dangerous. And then she pulls up his bio.
No, I'm not.
She pulls up all of his information, aliases, his alias at the school.
No. There is no info on me. Remember, that was specific. Everything that they get is superficial. It dead ends.
Whatever superficial information, she was able to extrapolate that what was real, what isn't real, and then she has.
But it still dead ends, though.
Understood.
I did it on purpose that way.
Yo, Lewis, they got pictures of him at his birthday party.
I mean, listen. If it's a plot point, that's fine. But you already know how the character set it up, so that's fine. I mean, I'm just reminding you.
Whatever and the information she received from his device.
Yo, Lewis, they got pictures of him at his birthday party, eating cake.
He's got the cap with the propeller and shit.
Yeah.
They got him with his clown fetish.
And I said to Rita, thank you very much. Would you mind sharing this information with Vanessa? I think she'd be interested to know what kind of person he is and how much of a problem he may pose.
Of course. Information sent.
And so at that point, after that, I'm going to definitely take some downtime and rest a bit.
Okay.
Eat some food.
All right.
Take a shower, get cleaned.
And
by the way,
then an alert comes up, and then she says, she's like, this information is received from an unknown source, and there's a video file of Toreador and Audible in Sal's office, the entire interaction. I'm still trying to trace the source of this information, but it is so far eluded me.
Oh. I look at the video like, what am I seeing? I see you already described it. So
no, you saw the entire encounter. with Sal
Holy fuck.
lording it over them, blah blah blah, and yeah.
Holy fuck.
Look, just a point of information that Ethereal will know if the device got everything. Ethereal will now know that I've been subliminally placing the enthrallment spells.
Yes, that's
So she knows that now.
yes, she does.
And she knows that I do that to everything and everyone. Fucking bitch.
Well,
I
I
hate that all the time.
already didn't trust you. Now, just, now it's like, no, we can talk on the phone. That's good.
Oh, but see, you know that if through the phone I can do it too.
Mm-hmm.
You know now how extensive my deviousness is.
Yeah. So it's like, yeah.
So
You're getting text messages and fucking drop messages now. I'm gonna go old school. I'm gonna go analog on your ass.
Okay. What
right.
else is Ethereal doing?
Damn it.
Rita?
Dude, messenger pictures? What the fuck?
Rita, exactly what are your capabilities?
Okay, that will be for the next one.
Okay. Yeah, because that's now a question mark. Now that I'm just like, she hacked his phone. Wait a minute.
Okay.
All right, cool.
So if there's nothing more, I will turn to the architect.
Yep, I'm done.
Okay. You get the special music. You left the gallery through the side entrance, the entrance that the way that you came in. Assuming that you didn't just walk out the front door.
No.
Okay.
Definitely not. Take a look around, just in case. Any cars outside, kind of too close. Cars that are there that were not there.
Well, considering how you didn't make that observation coming in, it's not going to be easy to remember what you saw when you came into the place. You know what I mean? You didn't make it a point to say, I'm going to remember what the cars look like, right? So you're just trying to see if there's anything suspicious, sure. And at this point, your anxiety is at the point where everything is suspicious. So that person that's walking across the street that just happens to take a drag of their cigarette and it only lights up their eyes and a little bit of their nose as they turn and look at you, suspicious. That guy walking the Chihuahua who just happens to look up from his phone and look at you weirdly because you're standing in an alleyway, suspicious. The
His own shadow.
The cabbie. Yeah,
Hey,
the
Luke,
cabbie
did
that
the
drives by you.
Did the alleyway have other access points?
No.
So I'm going to start walking.
Okay.
And what I'll do is I'll take a different route than my normal.
Well, there is no normal. You've never been here.
I'm talking about like the way I got here.
Okay.
I would take a different route instead of that.
All right. So you take a left at
and
Albuquerque.
just try to, without trying to be, and I know I can't because there's a lot of mumbling going on.
Mm-hmm.
And basically I am walking around with a wet spot in my crotch area. And
yeah, making it a little awkward.
So there's one thing that I did notice that my character does do is he has a tick. He has that little, like a little twitch tick type of thing.
What do you mean? Like, can you show me?
like if he's there and I'm just mumbling it.
Got
Okay.
them Wilson Fisk moves.
I don't know about Wilson Fish, but my character, it literally even states it in my my character. It's just like, so like anything that is a little bit exotic or something that catches my eye that I don't know about, I get really, really nuts about it.
Mm-hmm.
So I get a little extreme, and that is part of my character. Of, you know, when he's when something catches his eye, especially something that he doesn't know about, something that's new to him. Put it like that.
Okay.
So I'm moving, but I'm also a little paranoid, just looking around.
Okay.
Because I have something that I know that's not normal.
Okay. The memory serves, it was not late, so it wasn't past midnight. Let's just say it's 11:30 at night when you finally leave the gallery. Something about the air seems a little stranger. You can smell like the ozone. You can smell. You can
Sulfur?
literally taste
Sulfur?
magic in the air. It's a sense that you didn't have before. It's starting to freak you out because not everything radiates energy. Like certain people will have a little bit more in tune with it as they walk by you. You can smell it coming off of them. It has that ozone-y smell. Like and it's a little aggressive against your palate.
Like it's a taste.
Yeah.
Is it an iron taste? Like a
no,
blood
like
taste?
a copper taste, like a.
That'll be the blood.
Yeah. So he's just like.
So, what I'm gonna do, Lou, is I'm just gonna kind of put my finger in my mouth and just look at my finger. If I see anything weird on my finger, because I know what blood tastes like.
Yeah. No, you do that, and it's. At first, your brain manifests it. You're like, what? And then you look at it again. You're like, no, okay, no. It's just dark. It's not blood. It's just dark and it's shiny. And when you pass a street lamp, you're just like, all right, it's clear. It's not blood.
Lou,
It's jizz.
the lighting on your face, the lighting. I'm gonna look at the lights and stuff like that. Are any flickering, anything? Just from like when
Talking
I
about
was
from the
in
street
apart-
lamps?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Is there
At some point you start noticing a corona around the lights. You know what that means, right? Like a
What,
like
like a
a
black-
like a ring of light around the actual light. Like all light has like spillage, but this it has a corona of.
And is it as I pass it?
Like
No, it's you're old and you have cataracts.
he is, and he does. No, it's like a rainbowish shine around every light that you see. It's more prevalent on the cars with the LED lights. So it's starting to give you a headache.
So is it when I'm passing it, or
No, it's
when
just
I'm approaching?
Once you got into the street and the initial adrenaline wore off, and you're just trying to blend in, this is what you're seeing as you're starting to key in on your other senses.
All right. So I'm gonna try to head to my place as fast as possible, just coming from around another block.
Mm-hmm.
it wasn't really that far away from my establishment. I remember that.
Okay.
I said it was like 20 minutes, 30 minutes top. So at the same time, any cars that are like they're moving but they're a little slow.
No. At one
Whispers.
point, there's you're like your other voice is like there it is again. They're coming to kill us. It's like why did you take it? Why?
So
and at one point you can. There's a car parked, maybe 3 or 4 cars ahead, about 4 cars ahead, and in the back seat window, the back window, you thought you saw shadows, like when the light from another car passes, you thought you saw some shadows moving, but when you get closer to the car, there's no one there.
And do I hear whispers?
You can hear it in your mind.
So twitch, back get very straight.
The sounds are gone.
So in our ancient Arabic language, I'm going to ask, who are you? Because remember, all 3 of them are from a time long, long ago. So, and my offensive side basically does not speak English. He speaks more in that old Arabic language.
Okay.
Arabic? No, that's separate.
Stop.
It's fluttering sound, like wings flapping around you. It's like, I heard that. You heard that? I heard it too. Oh, what is happening? I'm kidding. I don't know your voices. I don't know your voices just yet.
No, well, yes, the coward is basically like, he is what would be considered just like straight scholar knowledge, languages and stuff like that. He will not be jumping into any type of action.
We are cursed. We are cursed again. No. Why did you take it? Leave it. Throw it in trash.
Shut up. Like even my hand gesture is just like out of nowhere, and I say it out loud. You know, the frustration, you can see it on my face.
Yeah. Once you let that outburst out, that fluttering sound is gone. Oh no.
All right. So I'm going to just start walking again.
Okay. You find your way back to your place, and there's a light on in your bedroom window that wasn't on before. You don't remember leaving it on.
Don't go. Stop. I want to stay there for a little bit, see if I see movement. Kind of like hide in the shadow. Like once I saw it through, I back up, try to see if I could kind of, you know how sometimes even an old doorway to a building will have a cast of shadow where you could kind of just lean in, and that's what I'm gonna do. I want to see do I see any movement in the room?
No movement.
How about around, like, so my place is above my pawn shop.
Yes.
So when I look at my pawn shop, do I see movement in my pawn shop? Anything, even I don't have to see a person. I just anything that moves, a shadow on the inside.
No. There's no movement from upstairs, and none that you can see from your pawn shop as you're looking. It's
What about the side? So is it my pawn shop? Is it like in the just the bottom, the ground floor to just a bunch of buildings, and then above it is there, or does it have alleyways on the side?
You tell me.
Nah, no alley. That's why I was just asking. But if you ask me, it's just like, like I would say, how CBGB's or Stigmata was just like in there, and then
So it's like row house buildings.
Right, like the standard in New York.
So no alleys at all, just building
No,
next
no
to
alley.
building
So
next to building.
like my place was above it, and there was other places there too. But I'm just looking up just to see, like, look up towards the roof. Anything? Do I see any movement towards the
No
roof?
movement. The light turns off, and from the stairwell door, someone steps through.
Stairwell door of my place?
Of the apartment, yes. And he looks around. He has a wide-brimmed hat, and he looks left, right. You're obscured, so you don't think he sees you, but his gaze passes across the whole street. And he's obscured in shadows, and the brim of his hat reaches into the lapel of his coat and pulls out something in his hand, and he has something. He has something. He has something in his left, and then with his right, he carefully uses his thumb and index finger, and you can see him pull something up, like pop something quick, and it begins to glow red. And in that, there's a swirl of red and red and black smoke that envelops his body in a whirlwind, and in that he disappears. I just posted on Roll20 what you were able to see.
It's that Tuxedo Mask coming after you.
Way to be anticlimactic. Okay, so I'm going to stop it here, and we'll pick up on the next game. Thank you, everybody, for joining. GM discretion. Audible, The Architect, Access, Mystic Knight, Toreador, Ethera, and we will catch you in the next